Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up? It's your girl, Sasha Banks, the Legit Boss, and you are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it just to make sure you're always getting your new Going In Raw notifications. We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Got a bunch of new friendos out there, and actually got a couple new ones just this afternoon. We're recording this after the show today, but might as well go ahead and give
today being Wednesday.
Give the shout out. We've got one new one, Muhammad Al Akhtar. Thank you very much for your support. Even $1 goes a long way for Going In Raw. So very exciting time, Larson. The Royal
Rumble season started the road to WrestleMania. Probably the most fun WWE pay-per-view in the calendar, the calendar, absolutely. Royal Rumble. And for the second year, we don't get just one Rumble. We get two Rumbles. It's very exciting.
Two, absolutely. This is very exciting.
So we're here in customary fashion, give our predictions because it's a pay-per-view. I don't feel great about a lot of these predictions, but whatever. Not like there's anything really on the line.
Good either.
For any of this. You still owe me a song.
So, no, I owe you a song. I'm going to get you that song. And then on the line, that our punishment this time
is it Cheez-Its?
Is to eat. Whoever loses has to eat an entire box of Cheez-Its in one sitting. I'm joking. We can get a little snack pack.
Yeah, snack pack.
Because both of us hate Cheez-Its.
I don't really like cheese, period.
Yeah, we both hate Cheez-Its.
Don't like really Cheez-Its very much, no.
Yeah, so that's it's not a big deal.
Or do you rather do Cheez-Its or the Bean Boozled jelly beans I got
Let's do the jelly beans.
All right.
Both. How about both?
You'd rather eat booger-flavored jelly beans
Let's
than
do both.
Cheez-Its. Okay.
A bunch of crap we don't want to put in our bodies.
All right, well, there's a video. We can make a video out of it.
Cheese is so gross. Anyways, they're not going to be one of our sponsors, so. The management calls up, hey, guys, we got a potential opportunity for you at Cheez-Its. Sorry,
we can't.
But it's worth thousands upon thousands of dollars. We have principles.
Yeah.
Not true. I would totally sell myself out for that. Anyways.
You'd love Cheez-Its then.
Oh, they'd be magnifique.
Best. The absolute best. Anyways, enough to talk about Cheez-Its or booger-flavored jelly beans. Let's talk about Royal Rumble. People clicked on this video, I guess, to hear us talk about that.
Sure.
Our predictions specifically. So let's get to it. Yeah. First match for the Cruiserweight title.
In the kickoff show.
Yeah.
This and the U.S. title are in the kickoff show.
Confirmed. Champion Buddy Murphy versus Hideo Itami versus Akira Tozawa versus Kalisto. Now, I've waffled, I feel like at least a half a dozen times with my pick on this one.
Okay.
And then I spoiled it for myself. I haven't watched 205 live yet as of the filming of this program. So I read what happened. And after reading that, I was like, all right, I have to make my decision. My decision is this.
Go ahead.
Buddy Murphy successfully retains.
Yeah, me too. That's what I got.
2 confidence points. I don't feel great about it. My heart is telling me Hideo. Because I feel like, I don't know, they're not really doing anything with Buddy. They're not really doing anything with anybody on 205 Live. Except maybe, no, Cedric's not even a storyline now. They're not really doing anything with anybody on 205 Live. My heart's telling me Hideo. My head, though, says stick with Buddy Murphy. Every time, I think, every one of his pay-per-view title defenses, I picked him to lose. He always wins.
He's going to win this. Cedric's going to probably get the title back at WrestleMania, maybe. I have one confidence point here, only because, look, there was one match. There was one match I am absolutely, positively certain I know the outcome of. And that's coming up later. That's Daniel Bryan. I know he's going to win. That's all my confidence points going.
A lot of confidence points on that one.
Beyond that, maybe the Women's Rumble. There's one person that makes sense for the Women's Rumble. Beyond that, I have not a lot of confidence in any of this. If I can give all these one confidence point, I would do that.
That's not how confidence points work.
It would kind of screw me up in the math if I got one right, and I should have got more. So,
I mean, you could do that if you want to give all of them one that you don't feel.
Can I have all of them 10?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Anyways.
Defeat the entire purpose of it.
Speaking of which, confidence points really quick. You take the number of matches, the number of matches, the highest number there. So let's say there's what
9.
9 matches here. That's the highest number of confidence points. You apply the number 9 to the match you are most convinced
The single
of.
match.
The single match you're most convinced that you're right on.
Second most confident, 8. Third most, 7.
One goes
so
to
on.
the one you
You're
have no idea about.
Least confident in your pick.
Right.
Yes.
And then you add up the matches you got right, you add up those numbers, you get those numbers
And
as
that's
points.
who wins predictions.
Exactly.
Next match for the U.S. title. Champion, Rusev
Machka.
taking on the previous champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't really...
I will give you mine first. We'll go back and forth.
Fine.
Rusev is going to win because they haven't done anything with it. They're not going to do anything with Shinsuke either. But they're certainly not going to do anything with Rusev in that United States Championship. They might just use Rusev to kick it over to Almas Ray, which is what they should do. But in the meantime, nothing's going to happen with this. Rusev is going to keep it. I have got 5 confidence points on that.
Wow. You're 100% right. They're not doing anything with the U.S. title. They're not doing anything with Nakamura. They're barely doing anything with Rusev.
Yeah.
So I see no reason for anything to change hands. Rusev retains 4 confidence points.
They haven't done. Were they even on TV?
No.
I know they weren't TV. What about last week?
No, I think they've been on TV for 2 weeks. Although
Okay.
Rusev might have had a promo last week.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Now things start getting a little
They should
tricky.
just put these guys in the Rumble.
I know. Things start getting a little tricky now. Thebar taking on Shane McMahon and The Miz.
Why do I only have 2 confidence points here? I should have a lot more confidence
Really? You're
points on
super
this one.
confident about it?
Yeah, Shane and Miz are... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead first.
Oh, okay. I'm going with Thebar.
Okay.
3 confidence points. Here's why. I think you're right in that you said that the Shane Miz team is really clicking right now. They're working well. People are getting behind them. And for that reason, I feel like their story arc needs more time to develop before they reach the top of the mountain. So I don't think they pick up the titles yet. I think the beatdown of SmackDown was not heels stand tall, therefore lose at pay-per-views. The story they're trying to communicate is heels destroy faces because heels are a proper tag team, whereas faces aren't yet. Mm-hmm. And they have to lose before they can win. So Thebar just squeaks out a victory here, and maybe at the next pay-per-view, Miz and Shane pick them up. Or maybe they'll take the story all the way to Mania. They'll reach the top of the mountain at Mania. And then they'll just postpone the breakup story to maybe SummerSlam or something.
Yeah, okay. It's also kind of... Well, no, it's not. Never mind. For me, it feels like Shane and Miz... I mean, they're just... I don't know how long... They're not really going to do this that long. I feel like this is one of those things where they've got something really good. They don't really want to... You don't really want to risk belaboring the point too much.
I feel like there's a lot of mileage they haven't got out of this story yet.
Do you really, though?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
What else can they do?
They've
had a birthday celebration already.
Is that Shane's going to come out of the Rumble in his ring gear. They don't win. And so the next match, guess what he's going to wear? Same thing as Miz. Finally, a unified team. Only when they're a true unified team will they win. If they ever win.
Shane will have a big spot. Crowd will go crazy.
And they'll lose.
Thebar
goes
finale.
over.
Shane and Miz win. I mean,
Thebar.
I put 3 confidence points on it.
It's more than 2.
It's 1 more than 2.
Yeah.
You are correct. Factually
Yeah, I know
speaking.
math.
Anyways. Next up, we've got Asuka versus Becky Lynch.
SmackDown Women's title.
Man, I've got 2 confidence points on this.
Wow.
I have no idea. So you got to look at the entirety of everything, right? Okay.
There's so many moving pieces in this match, the Raw Women's title match, and the Women's Rumble.
Would I love for them to do something really cool and have MMA Horsewoman screw Becky out of her title, and then have WWE Horsewoman screw Ronda out of her title and have Sasha Banks win, and then... But the problem is Charlotte's going to win the Rumble.
Yeah.
And so if you have 2 titleless situations, Charlotte's not going to face Sasha or Asuka. Charlotte probably going to be going into that Mania main event.
I don't think that's a certainty, though.
But it's probably not a certainty. In any event, here's the thing. Ronda's hot. Becky's hot. If you have both titles but then Charlotte needs to get in there somehow. Because she's going to win the Rumble. So I got Becky Lynch winning here because I think that it would hurt her moment. Here's the thing. This is a Mania main event. So everybody has to be hot coming out of the Rumble. Becky's going to be hot with that title. Ronda's going to be hot with that title, and Charlotte's going to be hot off the Rumble win. I have no idea how they're going to justify having both titles and Charlotte in the same match at Mania, but that's what I got.
Without it being unification match.
They can write us. They can write it. Yeah, I can write.
See,
you can write.
I understand. There's pretty much two paths. There's your path where everybody has a title or an accolade under the name in the main event of Mania, or the path I'm taking in that nobody has a title to their name in the main event at Mania. It's all about just pride and seeing who's the best. Because I feel like right now it's going to be Ronda, Becky, one-on-one.
Okay. Hey, what if they did this? I'll just throw this out there, and then you can go on as long as you want. What if they did this? How great would this be? Hey, listen, how great would this be? You do Charlotte. You somehow get to Charlotte, Becky, you get somehow Charlotte, Becky, Ronda. What if they did this? Charlotte wins the Rumble. She says, I want Ronda's title.
Yeah.
Because I know that's what Becky wants.
Yeah.
Becky somehow inserts herself in that match, right?
Yeah.
But her title isn't on the line. And then Becky and Charlotte screw the crap out of Ronda to put that title on Charlotte. Horsewomen stand tall with both titles, and that kicks off the Horsewomen storyline.
I guess
Could you imagine if that Mania main event ended with just a squash beatdown of Ronda Rousey? They're never going to do it.
It's not going to happen.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So the easiest way to justify Ronda versus Becky is to have, for neither of them, I feel like, to have a belt. There's no titles on the line. The match sells itself, and you can keep everybody hot by not just they don't have to take clean losses. You develop the story because they keep trying to one-up each other and cost each other matches, and that's how you build heat going into Mania.
Dude, but do you honestly think they're going to do 2 wonk finishes at the Rumble? For the women? For the women's title?
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
I almost feel like Asuka Becky could be a situation where it's not a wonky finish. I'm not saying Becky's going to lose clean because she's not. But if it's a situation like we've seen before with Becky and we saw with Charlotte at the end of Survivor Series, maybe it's a situation where they decide to take a similar attack with Asuka.
It smells like Parmesan.
Or not necessarily. Oh, that's disgusting. Or not necessarily she's on the verge of losing, therefore unleashes a brutal attack on Becky.
Yeah.
But she's like, all right, I've had enough of Becky's crap. I'm going to introduce you to the kendo stick, something like that. So it's not a wonky finish in that someone interferes. It's a wonky finish in that it's a DQ finish. I could completely see Bayley helping Sasha win that title. And that would further the 4 horsemen versus 4 horsewomen storyline, especially as you go throughout the spring and early summer, where you'll probably at some point have Becky and or Charlotte pick up that SmackDown Women's title. And you can there's plenty of ways to develop that storyline. Although how you put it isn't so bad. So I feel like, yeah, just picking Asuka to win. 6 confidence points, which is way too many.
Oh,
but
high roller.
Asuka just won that title.
I was worried about that theme bar pick, that Shane Miz pick of mine. Not anymore.
Asuka just won that title.
Yeah, but they don't care. They don't care.
I feel like they do.
They haven't done anything with her. Well, that's not true.
They put her in a storyline with Becky Lynch.
That's not true. That's not true. I know, but they're putting everything on Becky. And so everybody else, somebody's got to lose here, man. And you're saying that Ronda Rousey's going to lose in a wonk finish? And Becky's going to lose in a wonk finish?
Or get herself DQ'd.
Buddy, I don't know about all that. Oh, boy. I find it hard to bet against Becky Lynch, although I only have 2 confidence points on her.
So you're kind of not really strongly betting on her.
Well, I'm literally betting on her, just not that much money.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, here, a single Okada $1.
This is the situation where I feel really strongly that Asuka's somehow going to retain that title.
I hope so, but at the same time,
it just feels like the easiest way for them to justify the match they want to main event WrestleMania is to not have any belts involved.
Yeah, but okay, look at Goldberg versus Lesnar a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I don't think the Mania match needed a belt.
But you're not booking it.
I know.
Not in this universe, anyways.
I know.
Vince McMahon is, and what did they have in that title?
Universal title,
the biggest title.
But the situation's different. Write down your stuff here. You didn't write it down.
Sorry.
Becky 2. I got it. I'm on the ball. Oh, damn you. You need to spell it right.
Next up.
I got it. I fixed it. Yeah,
Next up.
Move on. Daniel Bryan, confidence points 8.
What is the most confidence points you got?
9.
9? Okay, 9.
Yeah, he's totally retaining that title.
Dude, do you have? Yeah, there's no hint that AJ. No, man. Number one, Daniel Bryan's doing best work.
Yeah.
Best work.
Yeah.
AJ gets mad over Gillette commercials. So, whatever. Daniel Bryan goes over. And guess what? I'm very happy about that fact.
Yeah.
Men's Rumble. You got all your confidence points on this?
No.
Oh, all of them are on the Women's Rumble?
No. Brock Lesnar defending his title. It's not WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar's going to win. That's where all my confidence points are going.
Okay, consider this real quick, though.
Well, hold on. We'll get to that when we actually talk about it.
Okay, fine.
So I know you're picking Brock too, but you're not putting all your confidence points on.
Because there's a caveat there. Men's Rumble, Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I got 7 confidence points on Seth win that Men's Rumble. This seems to be a certainty, basically.
The thing is, like, sometimes you just can't escape the fact that we read a lot of the dirt sheets.
Also, if you're just watching,
everybody's been talking about.
Basically, if you're just watching the program, he's the only one that's really spoke at length about going after Brock Lesnar and Universal title by winning the Rumble. Everybody's just said, "Yeah, I'm going to win the Rumble." Seth actually has a goal laid out in front of him to do so.
Oh, that's another prop bet we can have. Final four.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I've got Seth, and I've got how many confidence points? I've got 6.
You only wrote that on your sheet, not the group one.
On Seth Rollins.
6.
There you go. 6 confidence points on Seth Rollins. Yeah, everything you just said. He's top face. I mean, in the company, basically.
Yeah.
And he's going to be taking on Brock Lesnar in a hot freaking match.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
I think Brock probably likes Seth. I think probably likes him quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that Mania match should actually be stellar.
Yeah.
Who did Brock face last year?
At Mania?
Yeah. Was it
Roman?
Roman?
And he won.
How did that finish go down? Yeah, because that set up the greatest Rumble cage match.
Yeah. He just beat him. It was like finisher after finisher after finisher.
I remember that. Yeah, it was just finish.
Yeah.
That's terrible. This is going to be the exact opposite of that
Mania.
Mania.
It's going to be hot. Storytelling.
In order to get there, Seth Rollins wins.
Totally win that Rumble.
Unless if they want some more storyline stuff, they can have a SmackDown guy win.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to take a look at the SmackDown field really quick. I'm not changing my bet because it's a really safe bet.
Well, you kind of have to just look ahead and think, who is Daniel Bryan going to face at WrestleMania? I think the most obvious name right now is Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But he's in the thing with Almas. One is going to eliminate the other.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So I don't think they're. I think
Rey will win Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I think one of the points of this Rey Almas feud is to remind everybody how awesome a wrestler Rey is, and to help establish Almas as well.
Yeah.
So you have Rey had put on a series of incredible matches with Almas. People are like, oh, Rey is incredible, setting him up for a feud with Daniel Bryan heading to WrestleMania.
All right. Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks. You're crazy if you think Ronda will lose this. So I've got 4 whole confidence points on it.
I've been consistent with my idea, my plan.
I will mark out hardcore if Sasha wins.
How they should do this, because I think it strengthens the women's divisions as a whole on both shows.
Yeah.
And instead of giving you one really awesome women's match in WrestleMania, you get 3 out of this. You'd get Sasha versus whoever she's going to face at Mania. You get Asuka versus Charlotte, and you get Becky versus Ronda. You get 3 awesome women's matches at Mania if you do it my way.
Okay, so your way is what now? Sasha Bailey?
It could be Sasha Bailey. I think that'd be really good.
Or Sasha what? What was your plan?
I said Sasha versus whoever, but Sasha Bailey would be a great idea.
Woo!
You would get Asuka versus Charlotte, the rematch from last year's Mania, and then main event Becky versus Ronda.
Ooh.
I'm telling you.
That'd be good.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not going to do that.
And they should.
Next up. Yeah, I
only got a single confidence point on it.
That's good. I find it very difficult to believe that they're going to have Ronda Rousey lose. That's my only thing.
But if it's like a wonk finish,
I want some twists and
protected
turns.
Loss. Yes, exactly.
I want some twists and no. Look, I'm not saying I don't want what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I'm saying yes. Like they're talking about.
They're not going to do it.
Fresh matchups.
Get out of here.
New faces.
All I care. Yeah, new faces. Vince McMahon's back on TV.
Oh, I know.
There's your new face. Oh, I'd love it. I'll mark out so hard. I'm totally cool eating Cheez-Its, man, and booger jelly beans.
No, I'm probably eating Cheez-Its.
I'm totally fine doing that. Totally fine doing it. But I feel like this is the way they're going to go. It's always like, wait, how are they going to do that? And they just write it.
And they just do the most boring, obvious route.
Kind of. Although there's no boring, obvious route to get from Becky to Ronda
No.
Mania. There's no boring, obvious route there. Women's Rumble.
Charlotte. Although it's possible, entirely possible, if Becky does lose to Asuka, she beats up Carmella, walks in at 30 in the Rumble, and either wins it herself or wins it along with Charlotte.
That'd be a bummer for Carmella, though.
Yeah,
I
I know.
really like her.
I mean, I guess in theory, Becky Lynch could beat up anybody and take their spot.
I would have, if they had like thought this out well in advance, then I would have wanted Jinder and Alicia Fox to win the Mixed Match Challenge, because I'm fine with her beating up Alicia Fox, and that's entirely plausible. But and Carmella's, I really like Carmella.
I do too.
Although having that happen could be a decent story.
Yes.
In the meantime.
And the prelude to WrestleMania.
I have got Charlotte, though, because it's fairly obvious, and I've got 7 confidence
I got
points.
5.
Yeah, the Rumbles seem kind of obvious this year, but I wonder.
Which is a rarity.
They don't really usually go in an obvious direction. Who won the Rumble last year? Asuka.
Yeah. That was pretty obvious.
That was obvious. That
Yeah.
was super duper obvious.
Yeah. But the year Orton won, even though he was like the betting favorite, that didn't seem obvious. Because it didn't seem like he needed to win the Rumble to justify his match against Bray Wyatt.
Right.
Finally, the main event, maybe. I don't know who the main event's going to be. In the Universal title match, I should say. Brock Lesnar, your champion, versus Finn Balor. Is your caveat that Braun Strowman can get involved?
The caveat is Finn Balor can win by DQ. And I don't think they'd really care about that. That's why I wouldn't have all my confidence on it. However, I'm still going with Brock Lesnar, and I'm going, oh my God, I have 8 confidence points.
That's
Are you serious?
pretty much all your confidence points. I have 9.
Brock Lesnar's totally going to win.
Yeah, he's totally going to win.
I have 8 confidence
That's what Meltzer said, is that they wanted Brock, I guess, to retain, didn't want to have Braun lose to him again. One of the reasons they pulled Braun from the match. Finn will put on a heck of a showing. Great match. In the end, too many F5s. Too much beef.
There's a lot of beef in this match. Although, again, if I'm wrong, I would eat so many Cheez-Its if it let me be wrong here.
Oh, I would too.
I would eat an entire
Even
box
if I
of
won
Cheez-Its.
predictions, I'd eat some Cheez-Its if Finn picked up the win here.
If Finn
Totally.
picked up the win here, I would eat an entire box of Cheez-Its in one sitting. Just in front of the camera, gleefully. I'd be so happy to do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what we should do?
Mm.
We should have
a box of Cheez-Its at the ready, so when we do a recap, whoever loses can eat Cheez-Its right there.
I'm cool with that. I was going to say, or we do like a cultaholic thing where for 24 hours you're just sitting there eating Cheez-Its.
Ew. I'd rather have a fish on my head, I think.
I think I'd rather have a fish on my head too. A nicely cooked salmon.
Yeah.
Prop bets.
Most eliminations. Who will have most eliminations, Steve?
So in the women's match, I've got Nia Jax. In the men's match, I've got Samoa Joe.
In the men's match, I have Drew McIntyre.
That's a good pick.
In the women's match, I have Charlotte. She promised that she's going to be a tornado. This is her first Rumble. I feel like she's really going to make
an impact.
A real impact.
Give her all the records.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I feel like as soon as Nia's in the ring, everybody who's in the ring is going to gang up on her and eliminate her pretty quickly.
Yeah, okay. For Iron Man or woman, I have Rey Mysterio and Ember Moon.
Oh, good picks. I have Seth and Bailey.
All right, Seth is sort of known as Iron Man guy these days. Workhorse, that's a good pick. Bailey's a good pick as well. She needs a feather in her cap.
Yeah, especially if it's going to lead to a match against Sasha at WrestleMania.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it.
I'm telling you, man, that's the way to go. Shortest stint in the Rumble. Who do you got?
So I wanted to pick Baron Corbin, but then I noticed that Titus O'Neil was there, and they did that little segment bit with them.
Yeah.
Titus is known as a fun botch guy.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Titus O'Neil.
I thought about Titus as well, but then I went with my first choice, which was Baron Corbin. So I'm sticking with Baron.
I would be so happy if you were right.
Yeah,
I'd be so happy if you were right.
I'll go with Baron as far as...
Because he might run in and Elias just immediately throws him out.
Alicia Fox. I don't feel like she's been in the match very long.
So originally I had Alexa Bliss down for shortest stint because of her head issues, but at the same time I kind of feel like that's not a good reason to have her in there. I have both Iconics. They're going to get eliminated very quickly and together.
Yeah, potentially.
So those are my picks.
All right, your final four.
Here we go. Well, we know Seth and Drew are going to be in the final four. Seth draw. I'll put Ray in the final four. And I'll put Almas in the final four.
Oh, interesting. I need someone else from SmackDown because I have Seth, I have Drew, I have Randy Orton.
Orton's a good choice.
And
619.
Actually,
Randy and Joe would be good.
I'm going to go I'm going to be wrong on this. I'm going to take Randy off. Joe and Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, I had Ali as a possible Iron Man. I think that could have been cool for him too, but it's too soon for him.
Potentially.
But I could see him in the Final Four, sure. Yeah. I could see that happening. Yeah. Ray and Almas will probably eliminate each other soon. But the problem is, I guess Randy's back to being a face now?
I don't know.
Or is he just Randy?
He's just Randy.
Randy these days?
He's just Randy. Randy is just Randy.
619. Let's see. Do I want to stick with Ray and Almas? Yeah, I think they really like it. These last 2 weeks on SmackDown might have changed some configurations to add more Ray Almas.
Could be.
I think they really like him. So, or them, rather. Anyways. So I think those are all, we predicted it. I'm not going to say how certain I am about my picks. But.
Oh, I don't feel certain at all about any of them. But nonetheless, my picks, they are. If I have to eat a bunch of Cheez-Its and some booger jelly beans, so be it.
There's no real cheese in Cheez-Its, right? It's not going to upset your tummy, is it?
As long as I take appropriate measures before and afterwards, it shouldn't be an issue.
All right, fair enough.
I don't know about booger jelly beans. Well, that's going to disturb the delicate balance within my gastrointestinal system.
That'll just bug my senses.
Yeah.
How about this? Do you want to swap out booger jelly beans for... I'll eat booger jelly beans. You eat most stuff Oreo.
Oh, that's what's going to be now?
3 of those.
We'll talk about it during the stream. We'll put up the vote.
Oh, that's a good one. All right, fair enough. In any event, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.